But and like why can't they leave? Why does it have to be we have to tolerate it? Why does it have to be that we have to be accepting of everything everyone else wants to do, even if it's at the detriment of the greater population? We've terraformed this country for 1% of the population. Let that sink in. 1%. 99% has broken their backs for 1%. To what avail? We are
really you're talking that we build America's shit again, Ray?
No. I mean, I don't even like. You can call it whatever the hell you want.
I'm just fucking with you, dude. I was just trying to be lighthearted.
What's going on, Lawrence? But like when you have a group of people that comprises 1%, and they're doing things that are detrimental because like now we're all in a worse position. The 1% just feels better, not are better. They feel better. And the country's burning, and we are in a worse position. We are weaker. We have all these agendas. There's lowering standards to get into the military. Lowering standards. Do we really want the average fighting wars?
A perfect example is that whole thing where they make a big deal out of those handful of women who graduated from Ranger School.
Right.
They did, but here's the thing. Well, people don't know. No one, they don't know how much of that shit those leaders were allowed to skip. Mm-hmm. Okay, those women were pushed through. Like, they didn't do everything the men did. They didn't go through all the starvation. They didn't go through all the sleep deprivation. Because again, even in the Q course, even in Special Forces selection, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as Ranger School is no joke. Okay, when you graduate Ranger School, you are as mentally tough as a human being can get, in my opinion. That's why a bunch of most airborne Rangers.
Is that what Ranger School does? Is mentally toughen you up more than physically?
No, it physically doesn't. It gets your mind. And what does it? The mental part the best, in my opinion, are the Special Forces selection courses, like the one I went through for Green Berets, and there's another one for Delta Force. Delta Force, still to this day, don't know exactly what they do. I don't know what the selection courses entails. I know some guys from Delta Force. They won't tell me. Some guys who are really close. Like, hey man, it's just you got that. There's nothing on any given day that you couldn't do. Well, that's good to know, but I'm not gonna go to it. I can't now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm just curious what you guys went through. Well, it's just regular stuff. So, but my thing is like Ranger School, it does both. Like the mental part is. Special Forces selection would give you puzzles and problems to solve while you're hungry, while you're sleepy. Figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Ranger School, you're losing 15 pounds in a week, and you have to hold this position right here. Stay awake. Don't let anyone pass you.
Focus while you literally feel your stomach trying to eat itself.
Exactly. You have to focus up while you're literally sleep deprived and food deprived. Drink all the water you want, but no food, no sleep. You know what I mean? So it's like you might get 4 hours every couple of days in Ranger School. You know what I mean? But those ladies, they didn't go through that. But
you loved that shit when you did it, didn't you? You enjoyed the fuck out of it, even though you hated it.
Well, I mean,
it was still something
it doesn't.
The thing is,
that's not the joy
comes. The joy comes after you're done with it. That's when you're like feeling yourself. You're like, holy shit, I made it. Hell yeah, fuck this. Fuck you. I did it and you didn't. Fuck. That's why you come out here and I listen to some people and I don't say anything, but there is an element of that in me when I listen to some people talking like, fuck you. You can't do what I do. You know what I mean? Like there's that. Yeah. Like, who the fuck are you? And that's why there's a lot of people I don't even respond to, Ray. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Let me ask you something,
when you know that you've been through that, it's like, well, who are you? Why would I? You're not worth my time.
Let me ask you something, sir. Mm-hmm. How often do you sit and look at yourself and wish that you were still back over in the Middle East?
All the time.
I figured as much.
All the time, dude. It gets in you. I didn't join to go fight, and I knew that if it came down to it, I didn't mind fighting. Like I don't mind at all. Like I was like, hey, if I get called to go fight.
But Americans are a special type of stupidic moron, aren't they?
They are. I don't know a single combat veteran or member of SF who isn't disappointed in America in a collage of fashions. You know what I'm saying? Like the press, none of us like the press. None of us do. Not one of us like the press.
Is it like you're excited to come back because you've been overseas for the last 2 years, doing your tour or whatever, and you're excited, you want to come back, you want to see the family until you get back and you see what's going on, and you're like, Jesus Christ, just send me back.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like that, dude. It really is. Like, I mean, that's why
I'd rather be in war than here.
Right, like it's the political stuff. Like these ladies have pushed through political reasons. They didn't meet the standard. And it's politics. Right. And it reminds me of that whole thing where, like I said, I knew where bin Laden was while I was in, because I was in during the Bush administration. Like during the Bush administration, I knew where bin Laden was. But, fast forward a year into Obama's presidency, he goes there and sends SEAL Team 6 in to go get him.
Camp David in a bunker somewhere?
Who?
Bin Laden during the Bush administration. I thought he was at Camp David.
I don't think he was in Camp David, but he was definitely in Pakistan. We knew that, but again, like I explained earlier, why we didn't get him when we could have.
Really killed him.
Yeah, he's gone.
Do you really think so?
Yeah, I really think so. He's gone. They had to. That's something they had to.
Were you over there when they caught Saddam and hung him?
I wasn't over there.
You wasn't.
I wasn't over there when they happened, but I remember when I got word of it. Everybody was happy about that. You heard.
What did you think about that? Because I know you were like I did and watched the cell phone footage that was on the internet for the whole 4 hours that it lasted.
Right, and they took that shit down quick, didn't it? We got to watch like someone there got a copy of it, and we're just sitting there watching. Like,
dude, that shit was taken on a ancient old like flip phone style phone with a little LCD screen on it, dude.
No doubt,
dude.
I felt good. I felt good.
Look. Saddam Hussein took that shit like a boss too, because he went out cussing every one of them fools out.
Yeah. Here's how I felt about it. Hold on 1 second. Here's how we feel about it now. Every member of SF, whether you Green Berets or Delta Force, we all felt one way about the war in our country when we were serving,
and another way.
As we served, we saw all this crazy shit going on because we were asking questions. Sometimes we were told to shut up. Other times, we just flat out didn't like the answers we got because they were fucked up and it didn't make sense. And then it's like when she asked 1 + 1 = 2, it's like, oh, this shit's about money. Oh, this shit's about optics. This shit over here is about politics. This is some political bullshit you're doing. So when we go through that, and then we're like, okay, I'm over here doing my job. I love my job, love what I do, but you're pushing me to a point where I can't be a part of this anymore. Like it's a lot of us got out when we had the option to stay in because of that. It's like, okay, with all this crazy shit you guys are doing, you pistol necks are doing, you know what I mean? I don't understand. Yeah. You're playing with people's lives. We're serious. We want to, you tell us, okay, this is the enemy, go get him. We got him, let him go. What? Why? What are you talking?
We need you to go catch him again in 6 months.
Right. You know what I mean? That's what the American warfighter is probably the greatest and most well-trained warfighter of all time in human history.
So with that,
we'll go over there and get them. That's what people don't know. We'll go catch people, high-value targets, and then let them go. What? Why'd you do that? Why? And then, like Ray just said, 3 years later, hey, he bombed this place, that place. Yeah, no shit. When I brought him here to you 3 years ago, I mean.
So they basically got y'all functioning like the police.
But you're in the middle of nowhere. You're 100 miles, sometimes 200 miles behind enemy lines. So if you get in trouble, help ain't coming.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Help ain't coming.
Curious.
Go ahead. And there's only 12 of us, by the way. I'm curious
about something with all the stuff you're saying and all the stuff that, that like you were trained to do. How did it make you feel when you realized that when you came back and was done doing the bidding for the U.S. military and the federal government specifically, that you were considered a domestic terrorist because of the training they gave you to do their bidding?
Oh, whatever, man.
I mean, how does that make you feel as a person? I'm just saying, did that make you feel any type of way as a person, knowing that now they see you as a threat to their agenda?
At that point and at this point, it's kind of par for the course. That's why I take that attitude towards. It's like, with the shit you made me do, like, you know what I'm saying, made yourself look dumb by telling me to do the opposite. Or if we'll catch like high value targets, right? We'll catch them, bring them in. Okay, this guy has a bounty. We're not collecting that bounty, but you got bounty
Hillary
posters.
Really dodged bullets?
Who did?
Did Hillary really have to dodge bullets when she went over there?
No, she didn't. She didn't.